Everyone pickles mushrooms, but I ferment them. Fermented mushrooms. Let's go, I'll show you the recipe. Let's go. Hi everyone, you're on the Food on Fire channel. We recently had a video, I'll put it here in the suggestions. Everyone marinates mushrooms, but I like to salt them. Not everyone likes vinegar, but I do like marinated mushrooms, of course. But fermented mushrooms are much cooler, and I promise that if the video with salted mushrooms does well, I'll easily make fermented ones. I promised. I'm making champignon mushrooms. I washed them but didn't peel them. You don't need to peel them. For greens, we have horseradish, cherry leaves, dill, parsley, hot pepper if you want, bay leaf, and allspice. I forgot to get black pepper, I'll get it now. Garlic, salt, cloves, and coriander are also needed, plus some water. It's simple as you can see. Let's cook. First, we boil the mushrooms. Pour in the water, add our mushrooms, and pour it in. Time to cook, time to cook, cook, time to cook, time to cook, time follows. Now it all comes to a boil and we cook it, boil it for about 5 minutes. They will shrink a little in size, but you'll see 5 minutes have passed. 5 minutes from the moment it started boiling. We calmly take out all the mushrooms. Listen, people were writing in the comments under the salted mushrooms that you're not supposed to eat them raw. First of all, they're not raw, they're salted. Second, eat them yourself. I've never eaten raw mushrooms by the ton. Raw champignons, I don't even eat them raw at all. But I know that people do eat them raw. There are tons of recipes in restaurants around the world. Salads with raw champignons, sandwiches with raw champignons. I don't know what you were telling me, guys. If you don't want to, don't do it. Champignons aren't poisonous. According to some recent data, maybe some recent lab results, I don't know. All my life I've been making these champignons, and the only mushrooms you really can't get poisoned by are champignons. So just don't cook them, if anything. What's my point? You can boil them for not just 5 minutes, but even 10 if you feel safer that way. Nothing will really change much. We've removed all the mushrooms, so let's put them in a container. You can do this in some kind of pot. I have this little bucket. So what do we do next? Here's about a teaspoon of whole coriander. Cloves, I have about 5, 6, maybe 7 pieces here. You can throw them in. A teaspoon of black pepper. About 5 allspice berries. These will make the mushrooms very flavorful. About 3 pieces. Yeah, I'll even throw in 4. I love bay leaves, garlic. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. You can add about 3 if you don't really like garlic, but I like it really garlicky, so I'll add 7 pieces. 1 hot pepper. The fork pierced it, see? So the brine gets in there, just like that. Dill. A bunch of parsley. Cherry leaves, if you want, 5 to 7 pieces will be fine. And a couple of horseradish leaves. I'll do it like this. 1. Done. Now we make a saline solution, 40 grams of salt per liter of water. We add and we stir it. I'll explain while I stir. For fermentation, you can use 30 grams of salt per liter of water. Fermentation is a process where you don't need any vinegar or anything else, because that will only slow it down and prevent fermentation. Fermentation does wonderful things with all kinds of vegetables, meaning the taste changes drastically. Plus, unlike pickling, fermentation is healthy because all sorts of bacteria form there that are good for your stomach and in general for people. But as for salt, the more salt you add, the safer the fermentation process is because it prevents the bad bacteria that we don't need. It kind of presses down a little, so to speak. That means they don't develop as quickly, and accordingly the fermentation process itself doesn't develop as quickly either. That's why you need to find balance. 30 to 40 grams per liter is exactly what this recipe calls for. So we mix 30 to 40 grams thoroughly. You'll need some kind of weight, in our case saucers, so that all of this doesn't float up. If it sticks out above the water, some kind of fungus might appear, and then you'll start getting things you don't want, mold that's not healthy or good. That's why you need a small weight to keep everything from floating, and then we pour it in. I'll put something heavy on top here so it stays down well and doesn't try to float up. By the way, the cameraman came up with a good weight, a jar of water. You just put it on top and nothing will go anywhere. Closed now. Let it sit at room temperature for 3-5 days. The hotter it is where you are, the faster this fermentation process will go. Starting at 3 days, you'll notice changes. At 4 days, flavors get richer and tastier. At 5, they're even more intense and delicious. If it's not very hot, you can leave it for up to 7 days, but usually it's 3 to 5 days. That's right. See you soon. Friends, it's been 5 days. I'll say right away. It might look a bit scary because the process of pickling or fermentation, how should I put it? It works with the formation of mold on the surface. That is, anyone who has salted in barrels, pickled tomatoes or cucumbers knows this, so let's open it. That is, everything could have been much worse. We choose the weight. The foam can rise a lot. There can be all sorts of messy things here, but there's nothing to worry about. So let's choose this saucer. Well, all right. See, nothing scary inside. It's fine. And what am I doing right now? Now I need to take all of these, like these little mushrooms, peppers. I'm taking those too, all these mushrooms. Now I need to get the garlic. I'll take that too. It's tasty. See, they're not moldy. There's nothing on them. They look really good. Now I'll fish out the garlic for you. The garlic here is crunchy and will be very tasty. We're taking that too. We've picked everything. What's left here, we don't need anymore. We washed the mushrooms. Look how great they are. Now we need some onions. Slice a couple of onions. I'll cut the onions into rings. Chop them. Onions go in here. Let's flatten it. And just mercilessly. Gram Saim. Him too, bring him here. Them too, everyone here. You can leave the pepper whole, it's tasty, or cut it up. Actually, I'll go ahead and cut it after all. I was going to leave it whole. You can pour the oil right in here, or you can do it like this. For now, I'll put all of this into the jar first. Black pepper, well, that's optional. I just like it, so I add it. And a little bit of oil, literally about 3 tablespoons. We put it in the fridge for at least a day. Tomorrow we'll meet again and try this treat. These mushrooms, first of all, are pre-boiled, and secondly, they're fermented, they're pickled, which means they're healthy. There are all these bacteria here that are good for your stomach. So see you the day after tomorrow. My friends, it's time to try them. They've settled in the jar. I put them in the fridge, and I would go and do this from time to time. I don't know why. I just like it. Now we're going to try them. That's what they look like. You can see for yourself. They look so appetizing. You could eat the plate too. It smells with a hint of horseradish. You can use lemon juice or you can use apple cider vinegar. Just sprinkle a little bit to enrich the flavor, so to speak, just a little. If you don't want vinegar, use lemon juice. I just don't have any lemons. And honestly, I'm just too lazy to go get it. Well, let's try it. And as usual, let's bring in some extra equipment. So we take the mushroom like this. I also want some with onion and pepper like this. Cheers. This is top notch. If you compare it to the last video where we made salted ones in terms of taste, this one is closer to pickled mushrooms, but it's not pickled. It's a fermented mushroom that became a bit sour and healthier thanks to the fermentation process. This one, damn, it's awesome. It just blows my mind. I don't even know what to say. And I got a piece of fermented garlic too. This video should get 1 million views. I don't know if that's possible on YouTube or not, but it should get 1 million views for us. So, I showed you the recipe. It's really good, as they say, and you just have to try it. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. Let's boost the video, give it some likes, share it. Be sure to leave comments and watch it till the end. That's really important. Thank you all. If you enjoy the fermentation process and things like that, what should we do next? Maybe we can make pickles. So I'm waiting for your suggestions. Bye, everyone.